special guest. This special guest has taken a lot of time and trouble tonight to come join us for an amazing song that only seems fitting because he was the original drummer on this next song. He toured with her lady herself in '79. Please, can you give a huge welcome to Mr. Preston Heyman!
Thank you. This is wonderful. I'm so overawed that they've asked me to come here tonight and play a couple of songs. I've been sitting in the back watching, and aren't they fantastic? What a band. I was listening to you singing this woman's work and closed my eyes. Just blew me away. So yes, they've asked me to play a couple of songs, one which I haven't played for 36 years since the Tour of Life. Hopefully I'll remember it. I'm not sure where those 36 years went, but I've been having a good time. I've raised a wonderful family who are sitting up there somewhere. And my son Jay, he now has my kit from the Tour of Life in his living room. He's learning to play drums very well on it. And as my girlfriend likes to remind me, when I was doing the Tour of Life, she was 4 years old. But that's the great thing about Kate's music, it's timeless and people are just growing to love it. And my family have learnt all these songs now and they love them. And people just love the music. And I think because Kate never followed any trends and she's her own trend really, and people just love that. They just love her music. It's wonderful. Somewhere in this audience tonight, I think, is Brian Bath, the guitarist from the Tour of Life. Somewhere, I don't know where he is. But if you're here, Brian, I miss playing with you, man. Come up here. Where are you? I think Dale was supposed to come, but didn't. And also somewhere here is Hayden Bendel, a great engineer on many of Kate's classic tracks. Hayden! Hayden, I actually said hello to you upstairs, and I think you thought I was some kind of freak, because I don't think you recognised me without my hair down to here. But, anyway, the guys have asked me to tell you a couple of stories, and one, Michael asked me to tell you a story of how I came to work with Kate, and it's kind of weird, so I thought I would tell it. I was the drummer with a band called Gonzalez in 1975. We had our first hit, Haven't Stopped Dancing Yet, which was a disco classic. And after that, we became the house band for EMI, and this meant that any artist that needed drums or bass or brass, whatever, we'd get the call, often great artists coming in from the States, and so we were the house band for EMI, and one of the perks of that meant that once a week I could pop into EMI and just literally help myself to any records, any new releases, and they'd be lined up in boxes across the floor. Every week, and I'd go home with 30 or 40 albums, and maybe a third of them would be good, and some of them would be absolute rubbish. But anyway, on this particular occasion, there was piles and piles and piles of boxes of Kate Bush in a lion outfit on all fours. And it looked a great cover, and I said, can I have one of those? Yeah, take as many as you want. So I took a Lionheart album, went home, plonked a pile of albums on my settee with the Lionheart album on the top, looked at it again, thought it was a great picture, turned the telly on, there's Kate Bush on the telly. and she was talking to, I think it was Michael Aspel, Thames at 6, telling how she was planning to go on tour. And they showed a bit of, I think, Wuthering Heights, and she was talking, and it was really interesting. And I thought, wow, she's really a great artist. I'd absolutely love to work with her. And the second I thought that, my phone rang. And I picked up the phone, and a voice said, "Hello?" I said, "Hello?" She said, "Is Kate Bush here?" I said, "I know." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I'm just watching you on the telly. I've just come in from EMI with your album. I'm watching you on the telly. I've just thought I'd really like to work with you," and then the phone rang, you know, and I knew it was you. And she went, "Oh." She said, well, will you then?" I said, "Will I what?" She said, "Will you work with me?" I said, "Of course I bloody will." And that was... The next day I was at Wickham Farm rehearsing, and that is the story.